Play.
All right, Alex, thanks for joining Talking
Thank you for
Tennis
having me.
today. Thank you. First thing is just tell us about your win that you had yesterday in the singles.
Well, it was a tough win, definitely. A lot of challenges with the weather, change in conditions. So I think it was a great way to start off the clay season.
Cool. Talking of clay, where are we at with your game and your preference? Clay, grass, hard? What's your sort of preferred condition?
I prefer hard court. It's the one I grew up in, and I think my game naturally is more suited to that. But I've been, of course, I've been playing on clay for a long time as well. It's true that the clay season is shorter, much shorter than the hard season. But you know, I love clay, and I'm just trying to get it to love me back.
Good. You're going to be playing Udvardi next. Do you know much about her? And tell us what you're thinking ahead of that match.
I've seen her around quite often. I've never played her before, but I think that's adds to the excitement of the match. But trying to go in with the same mindset as the match before, trying to stick with my shots and trust my tennis.
Doubles with Katie today. Of course, you lost, but you beat her in Miami. Did you talk about that match at all?
No, we haven't. She did congratulate me on that whole week, and she's a great sportsman. I think she's super nice, and we get along well. So I really enjoyed that doubles, even though we couldn't end up taking the win. But it's fun with her. Yeah.
How has life changed since that Miami run for you, or has it not changed at all?
A lot has changed technically, but I don't really feel, at the same time, not much has changed. It's hard to explain. I've had the same work ethic since I was young, so nothing in terms of how I go about my day has really changed. Of course, there's a big difference between last month and this month in terms of my results, my ranking, but when you focus on the things that I need to focus on, there's nothing much.
Okay.
Much.
Do you feel any more pressure?
I think it's normal to feel some pressure after a big run like this. But tennis is a game that has a lot of pressure in whichever moment that you're in your life, and I think that I've done the best I could with my mentality and talking with my team about how I can handle it, and hopefully that shows on court.
The win over Iga, is that the best moment of your career so far, would you say?
Of course. I think all of those, all the wins that week, and even the match against Jessica was each such important moments in my life.
Yeah, sure. What about this? World number one or Grand Slam, if you could choose one?
Grand Slam.
Okay.
Hands down.
Which one?
Wimbledon.
Okay. Nice.
But both. I mean, if I could, I would choose both. Yeah.
Well, of course. Yeah. Okay. Have you heard about these comparisons maybe with Leylah Fernandez? I mean, obviously in terms of your game, you're both lefties. You both sometimes take the ball early. Are you familiar with these comparisons, and how do you feel about that?
No, I'm not really familiar with those comparisons, but I think Leylah's a great player. Obviously, she did the final in US Open a couple of years back, so she's a trailblazer in her own way. I think I'm not so close with her. We've had a couple of interactions, but she seems like a nice girl, so not mad about that comparison at all. She's a good player.
Have you got a favorite shot? If I'm going to give you a shot, and this is match point to win Wimbledon, what is it?
That's a good question. They asked me which one I prefer the other day, forehand and backhand. I was also kind of on the edge. I would say maybe a backhand cross court.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cross court winner.
But yeah, I don't know. It really depends. There's so many things that can happen during the match. Depends on the opponent, the court. But yeah, I think that one has been there from the beginning. Like now, I definitely have a lot of weapons aside from that that I've been working on. But I feel like that backhand just came natural from the beginning. Yeah.
And have you ever dreamt and then you fall to the grass, for example, at Wimbledon? Have you ever dreamt about
I think
that?
everybody's dreamt of that. Yeah, I have. So, yes.
All right, I'm going to show you some pictures now, and I want you to tell me the first thing that kind of comes into your mind or just some of your thoughts. So,
Oh, yeah, this was, I believe, in Florida,
Okay.
if I'm not mistaken. I won like the Little Mo Grand Slam. It was, you had to get that trophy. The trophy, as you can see, is bigger than I am.
yeah.
It was like the tallest trophy ever presented in junior tennis or something like that. That was a big thing. And we had to take it apart and ship it back home in a box. Yeah, so I bet that was difficult for my parents. But there's my brother as well. He competed also, and he was like 2 points away from winning that same trophy.
Oh,
Yeah, but such a happy memory in my young childhood. Yeah.
do you ever think about some of these moments when you're on the court? Do you ever think about your childhood? Do you ever think about something like this?
No, on the court, no, I don't think about it. Definitely comes to mind when I start reminiscing on my whole journey, on what I've achieved in the past month. But on the court, it doesn't pop
Cool.
into my head. Yeah.
Okay, Amazon Prime documentary, that's what this, because this is when I first became aware of you. What are your thoughts now, a few years later, on that?
I don't know. I think a lot of people got to know me through this documentary. So obviously a big privilege to be part of that. A lot of people will come, oh, are you the girl from Amazon Prime? Yes, that's me. So now hopefully I'll be known for more things than that.
For sure.
But this is it's so nice to have these memories and these moments captured on camera.
Yeah, cool. US Open junior title. I was there when you won
You
that.
were there?
Yes, I was. Yeah,
Okay.
just as a fan, but yeah, I was there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was such a precious moment. I feel it was so full of emotion, and yeah, I started crying, and I feel like, of course, Junior Grand Slam doesn't guarantee anything for the future, but it's a huge achievement, you know, and it's still a decoration, you know. I think just the word Grand Slam and to win it in those courts, I feel. Representing my country, it was a big deal. Yeah.
Cool. Actually, representing your country is something I want to speak to you about, because this image here is sort of also about being from the Philippines and being a professional tennis player. What does it mean?
Yeah. I feel like the biggest advantage of representing my country is the community, you know, and the pride that I'm able to bring when I do well to my people, and they come out, they support, they really make the effort. So I'm so appreciative. Yeah.
Cool. Next one is graduation from the Rafa Nadal Academy. Obviously, Eagle and Rafa were there present. What did that mean to you when that happened?
I was super excited because every year I would see who was the celebrity guest or who was the guest speaker at each graduation. And I remember there was Roger, I think Paul Gasol was there one year, and I was so excited when it was Iga, because she had just come off a slam win or something.
Yeah, I think the
Roland
French Open was the week
Garros,
before, because Rafa just lost to Novak, I remember.
Yeah, I remember, and no, it was super happy, and I think Iga told me that I remember that she said she'll see me around on tour, and I was like so excited, you know, and it happened. Yeah, it definitely happened.
She did see you around. This is after the win against Iga.
I know. I've watched that video so many times, and it's just so heartwarming. I really tried to just stay in the moment and remember everything, how it felt to be there. But funny story, like I can't really remember anymore. Like I can't really remember what I saw or that moment right after the ball went out. So, but
Do you remember how you were feeling or thinking on match point, or is it almost like you're watching just the video and you don't remember it?
no, yeah, I do. I remember. Yeah, I think I felt.
It was on the turn, right?
Yeah, normally when match point comes against these big players, you know, you're trying to get yourself to stop thinking about what would happen if you win, because, you know, but those thoughts didn't come to me at all during the match. I feel I was in a state of such focus that, you know, and I couldn't really believe it when I won. Yeah.
Cool. Then this went viral. This moment that you had afterwards, where obviously you'd lost to Jessica, but you know I was watching this on TV and I thought, wow, this is amazing. I mean, obviously, hopefully you can have more of this. But again, what do you remember about this few minutes after you'd lost to Jessica?
This was such a sweet moment for me. Let me tell you, I'm definitely not normally like this when I lose.
No.
But this was definitely a special circumstance. I remember the last couple of match points, I was able to save a match point, you know.
Yeah.
And I just tried to prolong the match as long as I could because I knew that this is where I wanted to be. And then after I sat down, after the handshake, I looked up and just so many flags of the Philippines and so many Filipinos. It was past midnight, they were there to stay, and I had just had the best run of my career so far. So there was so much to be happy about in that moment, yeah.
Cool. So that's that. Now, this is quite recently, I believe. I think this is after your run. But also I want to know about Rafa and the influence both his academy, but even Rafa as a player has had on you.
Well, I've been there since I was 13, so obviously deeply rooted with the academy. Rafa has been a role model, you know, someone to look up to for so long, and I think the values match the values that the academy instills matched with the values that my family had when they were raising me. So that's why they felt so comfortable to send me over there. And of course, they're, you know, they have a part in a big part in my game. Yeah.
And Rafa the player?
Rafa the player.
Did you enjoy his career? Or were you a fan?
Of course. I don't know who doesn't enjoy Rafa as a player. I remember I watched him one time in center court in French Open when I was young. So before even going to the academy, and it was just, it's crazy to see the intensity he has and the way he hits the ball. So much to look up to.
Cool. Yeah. What about here in Werash? What would it mean? I mean, you've not won a WTA title yet. You know, what would that mean potentially if you were to have a good week here, for example, and maybe even lift the trophy?
It would mean a lot. I think right now what I need is a lot of hours on court, a lot of hours playing at a level that, you know, a level that I'm happy with and a level that I know I'm capable of. So this is a tournament that will help me do that. Cool.
Last question. I'd like to know about some sort of future goals, maybe even just for 2025. Okay. Do you look at sort of things like, you know, obviously you're going to be in the slam draw, you're going to be in the main draw now at the French Open. Perhaps that was a goal. But what about now? Because the goals never end, right?
Of course. No, of course. My original goal for 2025 was to finish in top 100 or at least to touch it. And now that I have touched it, it's a lot of new territory for me. So I'm trying to take it match by match, and I feel that's also why this tournament is important, because I'm coming off from such a good week, and I'm starting the clay season. So I give myself the space to figure it out, and then we'll see what my next set of goals are. I'm sure my team already has their own set of goals, but personally, I want to see how the situation unfolds.
But is winning a title, just a title of, whether it be 125, 250, is that one of the next goals?
Yes, of course. You know, you always go into the tournament with the mindset that you can win it, and some tournaments maybe there's a lower chance of that happening, and some tournaments maybe there's a higher chance, but you'll always have a chance.
I do have one more actually. Did Miami surprise you? I mean, you said coming into a tournament, you know, you feel as though you have a good chance maybe of having a good run, but Did you expect the semi-finals there?
No, I did not. So yes, it did surprise me. I think Miami 1000 is WTA 1000 is one of the tournaments where I had the lower chance of holding the trophy, but I'm so proud that I was even able to come close, and the way I did it, I had such a tough draw.
I know.
So I had a tough draw.
I know.
really had a tough draw.
I mean, you had
I didn't
Madison
even, I
Keys.
didn't even,
Sorry.
yeah, I didn't even realize, because you just look at the first, you're trying to get through one obstacle at a time, and after I passed each one, I'm like, it's just getting harder.
Yeah. Because it was Madison, Iga, and Jessica, wasn't it? And then
I had Yelena, I had Katie.
Yeah, Yelena as well.
I had Madison, and then Badosa, who unfortunately withdrew, and then Iga, and then Jessica.
It was
and then
just
if
grand.
I had won, it would have been Arena. So it's so funny to look back on. Yeah.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Okay, I'm gonna try to pass the ball.
Go. Sorry. Thank you, Alex.
Bye.
Bye. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.
Ready? Play.
Hi everyone, and especially hello to you, Alex Eala fans. I want to highlight something though that you might not be aware of, which is the fact that you can become a member. Click that button that says join. And what kind of things can you benefit if you become a member? Well, let's have a quick look. Here you can see some of the things that you will get as a member. First of all, you'll get exclusive videos that'll only be for you first. Secondly, you'll get other videos that will never be released to the public, just for you members. There are various different levels of membership, but you can begin by just becoming a member from as little as €2, £2, or $2 per month. That's a little over 100 Philippine pesos a month. So not much for some extra content, including some Alex Eala content. In fact, if we look at 2 recent uploads, we've got some of her practices and returns and slices, plus footage of her meeting, greeting, and signing autographs for fans. We've also got an unedited preview and prediction here of her upcoming clash in Miami. And we also have an unedited video of her being interviewed by myself last year in Portugal. Completely unedited and almost 20 minutes, exclusive for members only. There will also be hundreds and hundreds more videos available to you as a member, and hundreds more that are going to be uploaded in the near future, all for just members and all for just $2, €2, or £2 a month. So, what are you waiting for? Just click that join button right now and become a member and get access to the extra footage and, of course, little emojis, including an Alex Eala one, of course. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.
How do you put into fortifying that mental pressure or that mental fortitude? I'm curious how that process is for you.
It's all about experience for me. I have been competing since I was 6 and playing tennis since I was 4. So you can imagine how many tough situations I've been in regards with tennis. So I truly feel that the more you're put in that situation, the more you learn about yourself and the more you're able to approach certain moments in a way that suits you best. So I think being in those situations and really being brave is the best thing that I can do for myself.
Ready? Play.
Alex Eala is going to be playing Elise Mertens in the next round. So let's look forward to that match. Hit that like button. And of course, if you are new to this channel, hit subscribe as we look forward to Elise Mertens against Alexandra Eala in the round of 64. If they get to the third round, by the way, it could well be Maria Sakkari lying in wait, but a lot of tennis to be played between now and then. So Elise Mertens, Alex Eala. Oh, they played each other in Monastir a couple of years ago. And that is the only encounter between these two. Mertens winning that by 2-0. 7-5, 6-love. One of those 6-love sets that Eala still seems to suffer from on the main tour. Mertens, of course, is such a solid player. I mean, her form this year, she just beats the players that she should beat and gives a good run of their money to the players that she shouldn't beat because she's so solid. She lost to Rebecca at the Australian Open, but that was the eventual champion. This is her form from this year, by the way. So she has 3 wins and a loss there, does Elise Mertens. And then if we look at her next tournament, which is in Qatar, she got to the second round there, losing to Kazakhstan. I guess that's a slightly disappointing, but she beat Pavlyuchenkova there. Look at that, 2-1, today's opponent for Alex Eala. Coco Gauff, oh my goodness, what a battle that was in Dubai. And Mertens could easily have beaten Coco that day. Such a tight second set, which went to a tiebreak. Look at that, 11-9 for Coco Gauff. I think she may even have saved a match point in that tiebreak before eventually overcoming the Belgian. Then in Indian Wells, Elise Mertens got a win before going down to Bencic in the round of 64. In Miami, for her, she beat Kalieva before going down to Castella in straight sets. Castella, of course, one of the form players of the year so far, her last year on tour for the Romanian. In Stuttgart, eventual finalist Mukova took out Mertens, and Mertens was up a set and a break there. So someone who I think is much more comfortable on this surface than Alex Eala. Eala, for me, still has a lot to learn and a lot to grow on the clay. Somebody here asking what the score is. Well, Alex Eala is through to the next round where she's going to be playing Elise Mertens. She beat Pavlyuchenkova in straight sets today. Eala is going to be needing to get 70% plus first serves in. Today, she didn't quite hit those heights, but it wasn't enough because Anastasia Pavlyuchenkova gave her a few gifts. Lots of unforced errors, spraying off the racket of Anastasia Pavlyuchenkova. That will not happen against Elise Mertens. So Eala is going to have to serve 70% of her first serves in. She's also going to have to hang in there and hang in there and hang in there, probably a lot longer than today because a lot of the rallies were quite short today because they were either ending in a winner from Pavlyuchenkova or, more often than not, an unforced error from Pavlyuchenkova. Mertens is also, it's not a great matchup for Eala because Mertens is solid. And when we think about solid players who move well and have good aggression to their play at times, such as Linda Noskova, such as Coco Gauff in some respects, they don't give Alex the gifts that perhaps a Yastremska will give her, or maybe even today, Anastasia Pavlyuchenkova. Their head-to-head, as you can see, is 1-0. This is the one clash that they had. It was on a hard court in Monastir. That was, of course, en route to the title for Elise Mertens in 2023. I do remember that actually now. Yeah, Mertens beating Paolini in the final that year to win that WTA 250. And this was the first round clash. Eala hung well with her in the first set, but couldn't hang there in the second. And those conditions, it was 3 years ago, to be fair to Alex, but those conditions are probably better for Alex. I think if they played again on the hard court in Monastir, Eala would have a great chance of winning. But now on the clay in Madrid, Eala at least has replicated her result from last year where she won a match in terms of her ranking. I think that's important for her to get a win. Her record on the clay this year now reads 2 wins and 2 losses. 2 losses she had, of course, were against Ostapenko in Linz and against Leila Fernandez last week in Stuttgart. Let's get into some of the matchup. Yeah, just too solid. Elise Mertens doesn't give the gifts, doesn't give the double faults, doesn't give the unforced errors that other opponents such as Pavlyuchenkova do give. And therefore, on the clay as well, if this is on a quick hard court in Miami, I might even go 50-50. But on clay, and Mertens, by the way, in Madrid, her pedigree, let's have a quick look how she did last year. This will be, of course, her first match in Madrid because she got a bye from the first round. But Madrid in 2025 for Mertens, just going to see where she got to. She got to the second round before losing to Sabalenka, eventual champion. So, and she took a set off Arena. So, and she also beat Camila Osorio in the first round last year. So I think she likes it here. And therefore, I'm going to have to go for an Elise Mertens win. I think the first set will be close, but eventually I think she'll power away from Alex Eala. And Alex will dust herself down and get herself ready for the doubles. She'll be in doubles action tomorrow. And I think this match, by the way, the singles match will be the day after, so it'll probably be on Friday. Fingers crossed she can win at least one of those 2 and prolong her stay. Otherwise, she'll be off to Barcelona for the WTA 125 event, the Catalonia Open, which gets underway on Monday. So Alex's tennis will continue irrespective of how far she goes in the doubles or the singles in Madrid. If she wins this singles match, by the way, I think she'll probably pull out of that event in Barcelona because she'll then be playing again on Sunday. Anyway, that is all to come. I'm going to go for a straight sets win for Elise Mertens. Do let me know in the comments whether you agree or disagree. Yes, Sommes is playing alongside Eala in the doubles, and we'll have that live on the channel tomorrow. So make sure you join us for that. In the meantime, you know the drill. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis. Hello, hello, hello. You join us here with Mertens against Eala underway. Eala serving first, and she was up 40 love on her, or 30 love on her serve. But ultimately, she's now going to save a break point against Mertens. She's on the forehand. Mertens is struggling, but well defended by Elise. Now it's on the forehand again from Eala, and she holds that break point. Well done, Eala, with some good pinpoint forehands there. For those of you just joining, make sure you hit that like button. And if you are new to the channel, hit subscribe. Let's get the scoreboard up for you. Eala serving here on the backhand side into the forehand of Elise Mertens. Now on the backhand of Elise, of drop shot here. Is Eala going to get there? No, she's not. So it's going to be another break point. Zainab Sommet is in action right now. She's up 5-1 on Buxa. Janice Chen as well is playing Samsonova as we speak. What a return, though, from Elise Mertens. She breaks the serve of Alex Eala already. Elise Mertens, world number 1 in doubles, as we hear. Okay, so 1-love for Elise Mertens here. Serving into the backhand of Eala, which goes into the net. 15-love. And another good shot there from Elise Mertens, getting it to 30-love. She loved that one, did the Belgian. So Elise Mertens here, 40-love. Three game points for the Belgian to go 2-love up on Alex Eala in these early stages of this. Lovely return there from Eala, but well defended by Mertens. And that's the thing, Mertens can defend so well. 2 games to love, she leads. Yeah, the winner of this match will play Pliskova in the next round after she dispensed of Maria Sakkari in straight sets today. $15-love here on the Eala serve. Do let me know in the live chat where you are watching this match from. 15-all. Second serve here for Elise Mertens to look at. But it is going to be 30-15. First serve goes into the net from Eala. First serve in there, returned by Elise Mertens, but she's defending so well at the moment. Now it's on the forehand of Elise. Is that going to be too good for Eala? It might well be. Mertens is on the attack. Is she going to put this smash away? She's not, but she's going to get another one, a drive volley, which she does put back into the court. Eala somehow puts it back in, but eventually Mertens wins the point with a backhand volley. 30 all. Okay, backhand return here for Mertens into the backhand of Eala, into the forehand now of Mertens going cross court, which has got good depth on it. Now it's on the backhand side for Mertens, a forehand now up the line. Forehand from Mertens goes back towards the Eala forehand, but we're still exchanging shots right now. Eala goes big on the backhand and reaches the reward with the winner. 40-30. As she seeks this all-important hole to get on the mark in this first set. Backhand return, forehand from Eala. Now it's going to be on the forehand of Pliskova, but Eala's on the attack. She comes into the net, and Mertens can't pass. And indeed, we get a hold of serve for Eala. And we will take a quick break.
Ready. Play.
How has life changed since that Miami run for you? Or has it not changed at all?
A lot has changed technically, but I don't really feel, at the same time, not much has changed. It's hard to explain. I've had the same work ethic since I was young, so nothing in terms of how I go about my day has really changed. Of course, there's a big difference between last month and this month in terms of my results, my ranking, but when you focus on the things that I need to focus on, there's nothing much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you feel any more pressure?
I think it's normal to feel some pressure after a big run like this. But tennis is a game that has a lot of pressure in whichever moment that you're in your life. And I think that I've done the best I could with my mentality and talking with my team about how I can handle it, and hopefully that shows on court.
The win over Iga, is that the best moment of your career so far, would you say?
Of course. I think all of those, all the wins that week, and even the match against Jessica was such important moments in my life.
Yeah, sure. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis. Hello. I'm back again. We have Elise Mertens now serving here, 2-1, and she's up 15 love, and she soon makes it 30 love. Good start so far for the Belgian, not so for Eala. 2-1, but it is with a break. Do you think Emilio Arango can beat Noskova? Probably not. And it's an ace for Mertens now, so it is 40 love for the Belgian. And she holds for 3-1. Pretty comfortably. Anyway, Eala gets to 15 love here. Double fault from Eala, 15 all. Oh, and Samsonova's won the first set of a Janice Chen. $15.30. Okay, second serve here for Mertens to look at as well. $30 all. Okay, 30 all here on the Eala serve. Forehand return from Mertens goes into the net. It's a nice gift for Alex, 40-30. Okay, we're into the rally here. And that's going to go long. So Eala holds for 3-2. Change of ends, but Eala, of course, desperate for a change of fortunes. Three-two down. The matchup going as I expected, actually, in a way. I said a straight sets win for Samsonova. Oh, I've just had Matt Futterman's book arrive. The Cruelest Game. A great read that lifts the curtain on the physical and medical challenges faced by professional athletes today. That's Billie Jean King's review of this. Chasing Greatness, in professional tennis. Complete knockout, says Delia Efron. John Wertheim says, a masterfully executed work of psychology writing. Okay. Looking forward to this. Thanks, Matthew. So 3-2, Mertens to serve. Mertens with a drive volley. Eala on the defense. This is going to land in, so we're going to be back to neutral here. Eala now slightly on the attack, arguably. Forehand now into the forehand of Mertens. Backhand Eala up the line. Good defense from Mertens. Nice. Oh, just going along with the forehand there, Eala. Good serve there for Mertens, 30 love. Mm. That forehand there, though, is going to go long from Mertens to get us to 30-15. (40-15). So good play there from Elise Mertens. How are you, King Cabano? I've already asked you answered the Arango Noskova question about 10 minutes ago, I think. Okay. Mertens serves. Backhand return into the forehand of Mertens. That's going to land in. Forehand now. Drop shot here from Mertens is too good. 4-2. Okay, backhand slice here from Eala. And that slice from Mertens is not going to work. So 15 love. Oh, Eala's going to go long there. 15 all. Okay, it's 15:30 here. Dangerous moments here for Eala. Lose this game, and the set will be just about done. King Cabano, I think I've answered this question 3 or 4 times. Let's go again. Do I think Emilia Arango can beat Noskova? Yes, she can. Don't think she will. Do you think Arango can win over 7.5 total games versus Noskova? I mean, King Cabano, I don't want to lose you money, but I would suggest Arango winning more than 7.5 is very possible. Yeah, but Gibson on clay is different. Please don't ask me again, King Cabano. I love you, man, but I keep answering this question, and I don't know how many more times I'm going to need to answer it. I think my microphone's working okay. A good forehand here from Eala into the forehand of Mertens, which is really dealt with well. Mertens gets the break. She leads 5-2 at the change of ends. She has one step on this first set trophy. Does that even make sense? I don't think it does. Samsonov is already up an early break on Chen in the second set. Change of ends. When they return to the court, Mertens will be 7 for the first set. And hello to you watching Janice Chen against Ludliana Samsonova. Samsonova raced away with that first set by 6-2 and is already a breakup in the second set. 2-love, she leads. It's not looking great. I think I never expected Eala to win this match. But we'll see. Not done yet. This first set's not even done yet. And we've seen Eala come back from similar scorelines before. Good backhand there from Alex. Drop shot here from Alex is not going to work. Okay, good serve there. No, it's not going to land in. So second serve here, 15-love Mertens. As for Chen and Samsonova, Samsonova's at a double break now. 3-love she leads in the second set. That match is more or less done. Backhand here goes long for Mertens. There's a clenched fist from Eala. She still believes. Yeah, Chen and Samsonova change ends. Chen has yet to hit an ace on her serve in that match. Backhand here from Eala into the forehand of Mertens, which goes into the net. 15-30. Welcome to our newest member, by the way, Ario Castillo, 1524. Good to have you on board as a new member. Good serve down the tee there from Mertens, though, to help her get out of trouble. Seemingly, she's on top of this rally. Not done yet. Good forehand there, though, from Mertens. Too good, 30 all. Backhand here from Eala goes into the net. And we are going to get set point for Elise Mertens. Serves down the tee. Backhand return is not going to land in. Mertens wins the first set by 6-2. Over on court number 8, Samsonova is seeking to consolidate her break advantage. We'll dip into that match now. Janice Chen against Ljubljana Samsonova. If you are a fan of Manchester United, by the way, I do want you to check out our sister channel, which is Talking United. Samsonova 40 love here. Talking United is our sister channel, and we'd love you to subscribe to that one as well. I've just pinned it in the live. I've just posted it in the live chat. Okay, so Samsonova 4 love on Janice Chen. Mertens wins the first set by 6-2 over Alex Eala. Okay, so Chen here serving at love 4. $15 love, though, for Chen. Sommes won the first set over Buxa 6-1, and it's 3-all in the second set. Not looking good here for Janice Chen at all. Nice drop shot there from Janice, though, to get to 30-15. Eala will be serving first in this second set. Okay. 40-15 here for Janice Chen. Eala Mertens have yet to... Mertens just toying with Eala, says the vicar. Oh no, Eala, practice more, says Nancy Tiempo. Not sure if practice is going to help right now. Backhand slice here from Chen. And that's going to help because it's going to help her win the game to hold for 4-1. So 4-1 to Samsonova. Eala and Mertens are about to begin their... So, Eala and Mertens, let's dip back into that one because the second set is commencing. Time for my little coffee break. And Eala is 15-30 on her serve. So already a little bit of pressure for her to deal with. (15:30). She serves into the backhand of Mertens. Forehand now from Eala. Into the backhand once more of Mertens. Now she's switched up to the forehand of Mertens. Now it's on the backhand of Eala. She comes into the net, but she's not going to have to deal with this one. 30 all. Slice here from Mertens into... Nancy's in Chile. Good to know. Eala to get to 40-30. Game point for Eala. Serves. Forehand return. But she misses that forehand up the line. So often people say to me, why is Alex not as good on clay as she is on other surface? Why is she not as effective? Well, there's a few reasons behind that. One is the fact that she grew up on hard courts. So probably until the age of about 12 or 13, when she went to the Rafa Nadal Academy, she didn't play on clay at all. Also, of course, the clay court season is the shortest. So in terms of familiarity and getting used to the court and the surface, it's a lot more difficult because you don't play on it so often throughout the season. In addition to that, wonderful return by Mertens to get us to advantage for the Belgian. So what does that mean? It means that she cannot slide into the ball as easily as some other players do. You'll see a lot of players that use the clay and slide and even glide across it, meaning that they can glide into the ball, meaning they can change direction much quicker. Plus, in addition to that, one of Alex's biggest strengths is her return. I'll come to this in a moment as we talk through this point, seeing if Alex can save this break point. It's on the forehand of Mertens. Now it's on the forehand of Eala. Backhand now here for Mertens up the line. Eala on the defense. Eala still on the defense, but she's still fighting. She's still very much in this point. But what a forehand that is, but it's not going to win the point because Mertens can defend it. Now it's a backhand that goes out. She's fighting, but she's still broken. One love for Mertens. Another thing about the surface is, so her return is a huge strength, but it is negated on the clay. She doesn't have that huge advantage that she has, for example, on the grass or on a hard court where people struggle with her return because her return doesn't hit through the court. It doesn't penetrate through the court like... Okay. Yeah, she was up a set and a break in Stuttgart before she. Okay, so first point of this game goes to Janice Chen. Sorry, for Alex Eala. As for Chen and Samsonova, Samsonova serving 15-30. 4-1, 15-30. Sonmez is up a break on Buxa. So, Chen and Samsonova towards the end of their match. It looks like Samsonova's going to win. Mertens here is up a set and a break on Alex Eala, on the forehand of Mertens, into the forehand of Eala. Backhand cross court for Mertens is really good. Eala defends it, though. But can she defend this? Yes, she can. She's still in this point, but she's having to spend so much energy compared to Mertens at the moment. Now Eala's on the attack, comes into the net, but she's past 15. Do hit that like button, by the way, people. And if you're new to the channel, hit subscribe. Ace for Mertens, 30-15. Mertens serves. Backhand return. Not going to land in. Good to have so many of you on board. Please, all of you hit that like button. And if you haven't done so, hit subscribe. And you'll see this little number just above my head tick over when you hit subscribe. Over 19.5 games for Pegula Bolter. Very unlikely, I would suggest. Not very unlikely, but I think Pegula wins it in straights. So then it's just a case of whether she wins it. 6-4, 6-4 would, of course, be enough, but 6-4, 6-3. So maybe not very unlikely, but I would. Oh, Mertens so 40-30. First serve goes into the net. So second serve here at 40-30. Okay, 4 into the Eala backhand. Now it's on the Mertens backhand, and we do get to deuce. Eala has yet to break the Mertens serve. Okay, Mertens serving here, deuce. Serves, forehand return into the backhand of Mertens. Backhand now from Eala. It's going to go long. Game point now for for Elise Mertens. And it goes long, so Mertens holds for 2-love. Of course, Eala will be in doubles action tomorrow. Love 15. Backhand return here from Mertens into the forehand of Eala. Backhand now up. Eala on the backhand into the net. 30 love. What's going on here? Is that Putin saver versus Kostyuk could go 3 sets? Yeah, definitely could, but I would favor Kostyuk to win the match. As for Janice Chen, she's in big trouble right now. She's down 6-2, 5-1, and she's serving at 30 all. So I will switch over to that if match point arises, which is likely, I think, in the next 5 minutes or so, maybe even less. Oh, good backhand winner there from Elise Mertens to get to 40 love. Or love 40, sorry. So 3 break points now for Elise Mertens here. Three break points for Elise Mertens. Down the tee, gets back in play. Forehand from Eala. Backhand now, gets to get back in play. And that's going to land out. 15-40. A game point for Janice Chen. She's up 40-30 against Samsonova. So she has a chance to get to 5-2. If you like football, a YouTube channel talk. Okay, Eala serves. Backhand return from Mertens. Backhand now from Eala into the forehand of Mertens. Backhand, forehand, Eala up the line. Forehand now cross court. Eala on the backhand cross court here. And that's going to go long for Mertens. So another break point has been saved. Okay. Forehand now from Eala into the forehand of Mertens. Backhand from Eala cross court. It's a good angle that she's created. And Mertens can't quite deal with that. So break point number 3 has been saved. And so we are at deuce. Okay, deuce here. We're into the rally. Eala's on the defense. Mertens on the attack. She wins it with a forehand winner. It's going to be another break point for the Belgian. Okay, we're into the rally here. Forehand winner there from Alex Eala. Sensational deuce. Epic game this. As for 6-2, 6-1 over Janice Chen. Progresses to the round of 32 at the expense of the Indonesian, who was outclassed, out-hit, and outplayed today. Sonmez is serving for the match against Buxa. For Eala here. She's already saved 4 break points, and it's going to be a double fault, so another break point for Elise Mertens. It's her 5th break point in this game. Eala to hold here. Is she eventually going to buckle? Backhand return into the forehand of Eala, which is going to miss. 3-love Elise Mertens. It's a double break advantage now that the Belgian has. And it's a long, long way back now for Alexandra Eala. 6-2-3. Okay, so Chen is out. Is Alex Eala also going to be out of the singles? Now, of course, they're former doubles partners, those two. But Eala is staring down the barrel here. So we thank those of you tuning in to Janice Chen against Ludmila Samsonova. Chen winning just 3 yes for make sure match for 6-2 for them. Against Eala right now. Mertens is defending it. Now it's on the forehand of Eala, but she can't hit through Mertens just yet. Backhand cross court from Alex into the forehand of Mertens. It's a good backhand up the line from Eala. 15 all. Okay. First serve goes into the net. Double fault for Mertens for 15-30. Oh, Eala should have won that point. She comes into the net. She gets there with time to spare. Okay, 30 all. Forehand return. Backhand now into the forehand of Eala. Backhand again from Mertens. Forehand from Eala cross court. Backhand from Mertens. It's going to be too good. 40-30. Okay, Mertens here. 40-30, 3-love. Eala has to win this game or it's game, set, match for me. I mean, it might already be done, but you get a break back and you never know. As Rafa Nadal once said, give up and you lose 100%. Keep trying and there's a small percentage chance you're going to win. Oh, forehand goes long there for Mertens, so deuce. Eala certainly has some of that Rafa fighting spirit. Okay, Mertens here serving, deuce. Backhand return is going to go long from Eala. Game point for Elise Mertens. Backhand return from Eala into the forehand of Mertens. Now on the backhand of Elise Mertens. Forehand cross court from Eala. It's got good depth on it, but it goes long. So not good depth. Bad depth, if that is such a thing. She just went long. And it is 4-love for Elise Mertens. Just 2 games away now for Elise Mertens on a spot in the round of 32, where Karolina Pliskova lies in wait. Eala then misses the first serve. Okay. 15-love here for Eala. First serve goes into the net here at 15-love for Eala. Court number 5, of course. She's yet to play on a... Oh, no. Did she play on the main court? Manuela Santana? She might have done for her first match. Or was it Arantxa Sanchez she played on, actually, I think? Anyway, forehand here into the backhand of Eala, which is going to go cross-court into the forehand cross-court there from Eala. Forehand cross-court once again, applying the pressure, up in the ante, but now Mertens fights back. Now, but Mertens goes long. 30-love. If you are just tuning in, please do hit the like button. And if you're new to the channel and you haven't already done so, please hit subscribe. If you hit subscribe, by the way, you will see this little number just below my head tick over, and you can do a little dance knowing that you made that difference, helping us get towards 30,000. Down the tee, backhand return, backhand from Eala into the backhand of Elise Mertens. Now on the forehand of Eala, which is going to go out. Yeah, it's a 7-game losing streak right now for Eala. But she is at 40-15 here, Eala, to get her first game in quite some time. Backhand return goes into the net, and Eala does get on the board in this second set at last. Bagel avoided. 4-1. Double break deficit. Some Filipino flags there in the crowd, I see. Oh, Russo is up early and a break on Rebakina. Okay, interesting. Oh, and Sonmez didn't serve it out against Buxa. So she's got a game point to get to a tie break. These are all sort of later scores that I can share with you. So we've got Castello and Grant about to get underway. Waltert and Ostapenko in the early stages of their match, 1 game all. Mertens is up 4-1 in this second set on Eala. She's up a set and a double break on the Filipina. And Elena Gabriela Russo is serving for the first set against Elena Rybakina. That is a bit of a surprise on the Stuttgart champion, the Australian Open champion. She's having a phenomenal year, hence her world ranking soaring to number 2. Sonmez and Buxa now at deuce. Chen is out. Frech is out. Sakari is out. The winner of this Eala and Mertens match will play Pliskova in the next round. Qinwen Zheng is through in 3 sets over Sofia Kenin. She came from a set down, did the Chinese in that match. She's sort of scratching around for form and fitness at the moment. Potapova beat Zhang 6-3, 6-1. And Noskova, Arango, and Putintseva Kostyuk still to come. Tauson Siniakova as well. Jean against Coco Gauff. And loads of other action. Okay, let's get back to Eala against Mertens. 1 set to love for the Belgian at the moment. Eala comes into the net with a good volley. She should put this ball away. She does. Love 30. The crowd are loving this. She has got a double break advantage, don't forget, Elise Mertens. But Eala trying to get her teeth into this match. And she's missed that backhand return. Okay. Lovely smash there from Mertens. All set up by an excellent serve out wide that Eala could just about pat back into play. 30 all. Okay, backhand up the line here from Eala. It's good attacking play. She's going to get a break point, 30-40. So, break point here for Alex Eala. Okay, Mertens to serve. Down the tee, backhand return. Forehand from Mertens. Eala on the chase. Now Mertens on the defense, but she's defending well. Moon balls all round. Forehand here from Eala into the forehand of Mertens. Backhand cross court from Elise, and Eala can't deal with it. She saves the break point. Deuce. Wonderful to have so many of you watching right now on YouTube. Please hit that like button, and if you haven't done so already, hit subscribe. You won't regret it. Click subscribe and watch this number below me tick over. And you can do a little dance knowing that you have made a difference. And to us, you're more than just a number. Hey, someone just hit subscribe. So what's Eala talking to the umpire about? I'm not quite sure what this is about, sorry. But Eala's upset with something.
Well, yeah, but he's taking no nonsense here. I think Eala's feeling this is a little harsh, but she wasn't ready. I think the frustration Eala's showing necessarily with that moment.
Okay.
With everything that's been going on in the match, but
So Eala got a warning over not being ready to receive, I think, the return of serve. That's what I understand. Anyway, deuce. Decent serve there for Mertens. She's not perturbed by this. She has a game point now for 5-1. And there's Eala just going, I need some time to receive. I do feel like Eala's put in a few more kilometers today than Mertens, but just because Mertens has been on top most of these points. Mertens defending, making Eala hit another ball. And now Mertens is on the attack, and a frustrated Eala puts her forehand into the net. 5-1, Elise Mertens. So, Alex Eala is serving to stay in the match at 1-5. I'm sure she'd love to hold here, at least to keep Mertens honest. Okay, 1-5. Eala, first serve into the net. So a second serve here for Alex Eala. And it's a chance maybe for Mertens to already apply some pressure to the Eala serve, which she's done throughout this match. Eala serves. Backhand return. It was close to a double fault there from Alex. An aggressive second serve, no doubt about it. Good depth here from Alex. It's helping her get in charge of the point. She now comes into the net. And that's going to go long for Mertens, to the relief of Alex Eala. She let that one go, and it just landed out. So, 15 love. Oh, thank you for our latest subscriber. Somebody just hit that subscribe button. Thank you for that. Somebody here also became a member earlier. You can also become a member by clicking the join button. Forehand return here. Backhand now from Eala into the forehand of Mertens. Backhand cross court from Eala into the forehand of Mertens, which is going to land in. Forehand cross court. Now a slice here from Mertens. Forehand to the forehand. Backhand now for Eala. Drop shot, but Mertens is easily going to get there. And that drop shot did not work and was probably unnecessary from Eala. Maybe she just wanted to get out of that point. It was also not good enough as well. 15 all. Sonmez and Buxa into a second set tiebreak. Rusa is up a set on Rybakina. Okay. Eala down the tee. Backhand return. Forehand here from Eala. And that forehand from Eala is going to go long, so it's 15-30. She came in for that short ball. I mean, Eala's been so deep today at times, and I think it's cost her a few points on occasions. So Mertens is 2 points away from the win. It's 15-30 for Alex Eala here. 1-5 in this second set. Eala, the lefty, to serve into the ad court. Down the tee, but clip the net. So it's going to be another first serve for Alex Eala, who is staring down the barrel of defeat right now. At the same stage that she fell last year when she lost to Iga Swiatek in 3 sets. She was riding a bit of a crest of a wave at that point. Misses the first serve, Alex Eala. So a second serve now for Elise Mertens to look at. I see Jose Morgado in the background there, getting ready to probably take a pick and announce Eala's loss. And Eala puts the forehand into the tram lines. 15-40, 2 match points for Elise Mertens and a spot in the next round where she will face, potentially, if she wins this match, which she's very, very close to doing, Karolina Pliskova. Okay, Eala serves, backhand return, forehand from Eala into the backhand of Mertens, which goes into the net. So one of the match points has been saved. It was a bit of a cheap point for Mertens to give away, but I'm sure she's not too worried about that right now because she is on the precipice of victory and around a 32 spot. Okay. Eala here, 30-40, match point number 2. Where are you going to go with this serve? Out wide, backhand return. Forehand from Eala is good, but Mertens can defend it. Oh, she's lucky there, Mertens. She defended it, but a funny bounce deceived Eala. But the defense from Mertens was too good, as it was on so often today, meaning Eala had to hit another ball, and eventually she ran out of steam. 6-2, 6-1. Elise Mertens, comfortably the better player, as the scoreline suggests, into the next round, where she will play Karolina Pliskova in the next round. And yeah, of course, this is Pliskova's last year on tour. There is a head-to-head that favors Pliskova there, but that's for another moment. For now, let's reflect on this particular encounter as the players smile for selfies and autographs. But another humbling loss for Alex Eala. This time 6-2, 6-1 in an hour and 16 minutes. A lot of tense games that were going to deuce. I mean, Eala did get one break point on the Elise Mertens serve in that second set. Wasn't able to take it. But ultimately, Mertens was comfortably the better scoreline, better player. Looking at some of the match stats, by the way, 3 aces for Elise Mertens to 0 from Alex Eala. 1 double fault for Mertens, 2 from Eala. Eala getting 66% of her first serves. I did suggest in the preview that getting something around 70% plus might be necessary to give her a chance of winning this match. Ultimately, she fell short of that target just. What else can I tell you? First serves in, yeah, 66%. But Mertens got 72% of her first serves in and won 81% of those first serves. Eala, on return, on the clay, doesn't do the damage that she can do on other surfaces, because even if she does get a good return, it doesn't glide through the air, nor the clay surface, more importantly, as quickly as it does on other surfaces, giving Elise Mertens a good chance to get back into the point. But often she served really well, putting Eala out of the play and ultimately winning some pretty cheap, easy points. And she won 81% of her first serves as a result. Eala winning 49% of her first serves. Not much better on the second than her second serve, which was 42%. But Mertens was constantly applying pressure to Eala throughout points and also getting 11 break points, from which she took 5. She broke the Alex serve 5 times, and Eala wasn't able to break the Elise Mertens serve at all. And overall points won, 61 for Elise Mertens and 38 for Alex Eala. It was a great game by by Elise Mertens, as Sunflower here suggests in the live chat. Indeed, it was. And now she will play Karolina Pliskova in the next round, and they have a 3-1 head-to-head. Pliskova looked like she was struggling physically towards the end of her match with Maria Sakkari today, but managed to get through the tie-break today with some incredible ball striking. She'll hope to take that ball striking and hopefully some level of fitness into the match with Mertens. She, as I say, she was struggling with her movement towards the end of that match, having I think she had one of her legs strapped up quite heavily and actually wasn't moving a lot, but was just going for winners and big serves in that tie-break, which ultimately Sakkari couldn't deal with. Getting over the line in a pretty epic second set tiebreak. I think it was 8-6 for Pliskova, that one, in the second set tiebreak. So a straight sets win for Pliskova, a straight sets win for Mertens. Mertens certainly looking good today in that win over Alex Eala. She just had too much for the Filipina. Too good on defense, too good on attack, too familiar with this surface and these conditions, and too experienced for her 20-year-old opponent, although Eala is going to be turning 21 in about 2 weeks from now. So Alex Eala is out of the singles. She is still in the doubles alongside Zeynep Solmez against Townsend and Siniakova, which is going to be a tall order. That match is tomorrow. Eala is also set to play the WTA 125 in Barcelona next week. But I wonder if she progresses further in the doubles, whether she will pull out. In fact, I think if she wins tomorrow alongside Solmez in the doubles, she will pull out of Barcelona because she'll be in action in that next week. But that's a huge, huge ask to beat the unbelievable doubles specialists of Siniakova and Townsend. But that's for tomorrow. We will have a watch along for that as well. Back to Pliskova and Mertens anyway. 3-1 this head-to-head. But of course, this is Pliskova's last season on tour, and Mertens is having another solid season, as demonstrated in her straight sets win today. As for that head-to-head, have they played on clay? Yes, on the clay in Rome in 2020. It was a 3 sets win for Pliskova, that one, including a bagel in the third set. What was the year that, didn't she make the final in Rome, maybe? In Rome in maybe 2020 or 2021. Yes, Pliskova retired from the final with the scoreline at 6-love, 2-1 for Simona Halep. So that was that same year that they played each other, Mertens and Pliskova. And did she get to the final as well? Yes, she did in 2021 in Rome, and she lost 6-love to Iga Swiatek. So she has made 2 finals there in Rome, but both were pretty humbling losses. Anyway, Pliskova Mertens, what do I think? Seeing the physicality that Pliskova was having to put in, was struggling with towards the end of that second set. And in terms of Elise Mertens and the way she's playing this year and in this moment, I do see Mertens coming through, maybe in 3 sets. Anyway, thanks for joining. We'll have plenty more watch-alongs as the day progresses. We'll have more stuff coming out of Madrid. We'll have shows, watch-alongs, live shows, analysis, previews, etc. So please hit the like button. Please subscribe. Please click the notification bell so you know every time we go live. Also, check out our sister channel, Talking United. If you are into football at all, and especially if you're into Manchester United, please check out our sister channel, Talking United, which needs some love right now. We have just 58 subscribers there. As you can see, it's a new channel that started just last week. But if you like football and you like Man United, please hit subscribe there. But in the meantime, you know the drill. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.